Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing? This is LaShonda from Peer to Peer, Lord of Saving Angels. So, I want to welcome everybody here today. How are you guys doing? Today is gloomy. It's not a good, sunny, hot day, right? So, I want to welcome everybody. I'm really glad that you guys are here. Today, we're talking about something that is often gets overlooked, right? So, today, we're talking about verbal abuse. And people don't think that verbal abuse is a traumatic experience. But verbal abuse is very traumatic at time, most of the time. We just don't see it as being traumatic. Remember, you guys, this is a safe space. There's no judgment, there's no pressure, there's no right or wrong way to feel. Just honest support and respect for each and every one of us, right? So let's get a breakdown of, or definition, I should say, what verbal abuse is. So, verbal abuse isn't just harsh words, it's a pattern of communication meant to hurt you, meant to control you, or break you down to where you feel like you are worth crap. Okay, let's say crap instead of cuss words. It can come from your partners, it can come from your parents, it can come from your friends, or just people that are very, very close to you, right? So over time, those words can stick and they can shape you of what you think that whatever the person is saying to you, that is your identity. And that's not your identity. That is not, they're just hurting you, breaking you, controlling you. um some some signs and symptoms, I should say, of verbal abuse, you know consist of criticism, calling you out of your name, being told you're nothing, crazy, or you're just sensitive, yelling at you, threatening you, humiliating you, twisting your words, or denying your reality. I am a witness to verbal abuse. I have dealt with it for years. It has caused me to move, to leave, to, um, it has caused me to think that everything that you're saying, I started believing what was said about me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I started believing I was worth nothing, that I was crazy, that maybe I did the things that you're saying that I did, knowing I've never done them. But that's what trauma does. That is what verbal abuse does. It will have you thinking and believing that you did or you are what you're not and what you did not do. Another sign or symptom is the silent treatment. As a punishment, or I'm just going to, not talk to you, or not pay you any attention, or trying to belittle you, trying to make you feel worthless, or you already have self-doubt, you already have a low self-worth. Me personally, when you see me messing with my hair and stuff, my anxiety is acting up. You're already going through anxiety, or feeling like you're always walking around on eggshells, difficulty trusting others or speaking up for yourself. You don't want to defend yourself because everything that comes out of your mouth is, oh, you're lying, you're this, you're that. It's traumatic, and people need to realize and understand that verbal abuse is very, very traumatic. It's an emotional pain that can linger long after everything that has been said to you is said to you. And just because there's no marks, there's no bruises, there's no medical attention when you're rushed to the hospital and things of that nature, doesn't mean that there's no damage. You're damaged on the inside. You are damaged. Healing is possible. Anything that we go through, healing is possible. Healing from verbal abuse often starts with recognizing that it is verbal abuse, recognizing that it is what it is, and not something you can not heal from or carry alone by yourself.
I ain't had to pay for the battery.
That's good.
Then the guy told me if I want a job, he'd hire me.
Okay.
Ain't that something? Free battery.
Uh, I'm sorry, y'all. Because I'm trying to talk about something that's very, very sensitive, that's very traumatic. And then he just comes to the car about a battery. I'm so sorry. So, we have to realize and understand that over time, those words can stick and they can shape how you feel about yourself. You know, we identify sometimes with things, and we have to learn how that if it's not true, we have to like walk away from it and not engage in it and not be that part of somebody else's harmfulness. And most of the time, when people are verbal abusive to you, it's because it was done to them and they haven't healed from their trauma, so they move it on to the next person and the next person and the next person, which is very, very unfortunate. And when you try to correct them, or you try to say, hey, that's not really nice what you said, or that's traumatic, or I don't like this, or I don't like that, and they tend to lash out more towards you because they don't know how to deal with their own traumatic experiences as far as being verbally abused. It is a real thing, you guys. It is a traumatic thing. For a long time, I didn't stand up for myself. For a long time, I didn't correct anybody when they said anything. So now when I got to understanding that I had to heal from this, and I had to put my foot down, and I had to stand up for myself, everybody, started moving away from me, not talking to me, because they didn't have that control. See, when I took my control back and I took my power back, it was, oh, she's crazy. Something is wrong with her. She thinks she's better. All of these different things. And I was just like, you know what? Believe what you want, say what you want. I am healing. I am becoming a better person. I am moving forward with my life. I'm not staying in the same place. I'm not sitting in the same spot. I am trying to become a better person. And you're not going to abuse me anymore. You're not going to just say what you want to say to me and think that it is okay. We're not doing any of that. So I'm glad that God has helped me to stand for myself, stand up for myself, and not allow people to downgrade me, not allow people to belittle me, not allow people to criticize me, and all of those good things. I'm gonna tell you this short, quick story. Even when I tried to do my podcast, or I tried to, do my lives, and I try to talk about different things and stuff, it was always said, oh, don't do that. It's not going to help. Nobody's going to listen to you. Nobody's going to want to hear what you have to say. These are the things that I hear even today on a daily basis. And I get on here and I talk about what I want to talk about as far as trauma. And I was going to start off with physical abuse, but I thought that was just too much too soon. So that's why I'm starting with verbal abuse, because a lot of people don't think that verbal abuse is traumatic, but it really is, you guys. So even though and sometimes the hardest part of verbal abuse, you guys, is that we start to believe, like I said previously, because I'm reading my notes as I'm talking, but I'm also just giving y'all examples of what I've went through. So we start believing what is said, but those words were not the truth, and they were someone else's harmful words that they spoke to us. It's not our identity. It's not our identity, I should say. Even though the words can hurt us, my thing is, when I went back to sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That is such a lie. That is such a lie. Because honestly, I would rather fight you than for you to say some of the stuff that is said that I have to replay in my head over and over and over again. Healing is definitely possible, but we have to identify it as what it is. We have to learn how to unlearn the things that hurt us. We have to allow ourselves to speak kindness, love over what is being said about us. We can't take that hurtful stuff and keep holding on to it, because it will drag us through the mud. It will bring us down. It will do so many harmful things inside of us, emotionally, mentally. It will traumatize us even further. And we have to set boundaries. And that's what the point, that's the part that I did. I started setting boundaries. And when you start setting boundaries that you've never had boundaries before, you will see people flee away from you like it ain't no tomorrow. They can't just tell you anything. They can't just do anything to you no more. So now it's like, oh, I got to find somebody else that I can manipulate, that I can show and do these narcissistic traits to. Some people who have gone through verbal abuse may even experience symptoms like PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, which I was diagnosed with. I was diagnosed with PTSD. I was taking medication for PTSD. People don't realize and understand all of the things that you go through on a daily basis, especially when you're trying to heal. I did not want to take the medicine any longer. So I started doing natural herbs, and I wanted to start doing like natural herbs and remedies to better myself and to allow myself to get off of the medicines that the doctors were prescribing, because medicines have side effects as well, that takes you from, you may have post-traumatic stress disorder, but hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Awesome.
It can also, the medicine from the PTSD was giving me depression. It was giving me anxiety. So I decided that I did not want to no longer take this medicine.
I'm good. B-Day is on Wednesday.
So
Oh, happy birthday. Heading to Vegas on Thursday. Oh, I was talking to my chat. Midge, where have you been,
okay,
girl?
no problem. I thought you was talking to me.
Oh, no. I was talking to my people.
Yeah. So, yeah, we have to be very careful of how we allow people to talk to us, to treat us. And
Absolutely.
when I started setting boundaries, people started fleeing. People
That's it too. They do that.
Leaving. I mean, and it was more so family members. It was family members that was doing it.
Usually the closest ones to you are the ones that have the most ammo, and they'll use it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why you keep everything personal off live. You know what I mean?
You do. I don't
appreciate you guys.
I don't talk about like different things as far as like personal, but I will give examples of different things that I have been through.
Right.
I will definitely do that. I don't name names and all of that other stuff.
I'm getting fat. I'm getting fat, mommy.
No.
I've been gaining some weight, man.
Sometimes weight is a good thing.
Yeah, sometimes. Unless
sometimes
it's too much.
Sometimes weight produces happiness, peace, love.
Are you serious right now?
Yes.
No. Oh, I was talking to mommy. My mommy.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's what we were talking about. We was talking about verbal abuse and how it affects you, and how there is some healing that can and is possible to heal from. You just have to identify it, and sometimes you got to remove yourself from people, places, and things.
If not, I'll
Thank,
see you later, okay, sweetheart?
thank you. Have a good one. I appreciate you coming in.
Oh, I was talking to mommy.
Oh, yeah. So
What up? Cody, what up, man?
I have to get ready to
It's
go,
roasting
you
hard.
guys. But I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. You guys
Do you have
enjoy your
anybody
day.
over there?
Who, me?
Yeah, is there people in your chat?
No. It's people that joined, yeah, but they're in the chat.
Hey, tap her screen, guys. Come on.
Yeah, it's in the chat. There's a lot of people that joined actually. But I think you're the only one that came in.
You
But
can see
let's
how
see.
many people. You can see how many people are in your chat by looking at that bubble by the power button.
Oh no, there's nobody here then. It says 0, so
Anna, what's up, Anna? Are you still here? We're doing some Michael Jackson, okay? It's too loud. Hold on. That was too loud. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? Hey, you like my videos? My videos are getting gangster, huh?
yep.
I've been making videos on AI.
I was trying to do that too.
How did it turn out?
It didn't turn out too good.
You want to see one of mine? I'll show you one of mine.
It didn't turn out too good.
I've been working really hard on this shit. I'll show you one of mine. If I can find it. Hold on. I started making like a portfolio of all my videos. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. I'm trying to learn how to make them better. They keep making me look fat.